Welcome back to Just Between Us, the podcast for the girls who dare to dream big and live fully. I'm your host, Bre.
And I'm your host, Siobhan. We are so excited to be back. We have not filmed it's literally been like a month now since we actually filmed. And I feel like a professional podcaster now because I have a full microphone. So our sound quality is hopefully going to be top notch and so much better now. But yeah, maybe it has been longer than a month actually. Maybe
It
just a
feels
little
like
bit
it.
over a month. We've
I'm
missed
dying inside.
this so much. Like, this is honestly both of our favorite times of every single week because we just get to yap to each other and we get to have rants and go on tangents about our favorite topics. And I feel like it's our therapy. It's literally like every single week, it's like our therapy sessions for each other, with each other. And I love it.
I love it too. I genuinely feel like there's no other word for it but therapy. That it's
Yeah.
just like yapping with somebody that just gets it. And I think today we just want to have a yap to catch you up on what's been happening, the life changes, all the different things, because it's been chaos. And I think we can all agree life is a roller coaster ride and you just got to
Mm.
sometimes roll with it. I love the whole
Yep.
like roll with the punches. Sometimes you get hit, you fall over. Sometimes you duck and weave and you're good to go. But most of the time you get hit in the fucking face.
Yeah, most of the time it's just a whack straight to the forehead.
But it's adrenaline. It's great. It's so good.
Yeah, it makes you feel alive.
Yeah. But why the fuck have we been gone for like, I'm going to say 6 weeks? Probably not, but
Yeah. No, I think you're probably right. I think it's been 5 weeks since we properly filmed. I mean, I was in Vietnam for 3 weeks, so that was fun. And then I got back from Vietnam and got instantly sick, but like literally bedridden for like 3 or 4 days, which never happens to me. Like, I never get that sick. I think usually I force myself to not be that sick though. Like, I'm literally just like refuse. So I probably could have been that sick before, but I just tell myself that I'm not, and I try and delulu my way through the sickness. Whereas this time I was like, actually, maybe I just need to relax and let my body do its thing. And I think I got sick. Well, I had like 10 people on the flight home that were like coughing on my plane. And I literally said to my partner, I was like, these people better not make me sick. And then it happened. But I also feel like my holiday in Vietnam was actually really stressful. Like, it wasn't so much of a relaxing holiday. So then I don't know whether I got back from holiday, there was ill people on the plane. And then because I just like stopped and almost like de-stressed from the holiday because I was back in my calm environment, that my body was like, thank fuck, we're actually going to make you stop for an entire week.
say it was definitely that. And I also have to flag the fact that you brushed over Vietnam. You're like, I was in
Super
Vietnam.
quick.
It was
No, I just went to
cool.
Vietnam. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
she
was,
did not
yeah.
love it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, any holiday is great. Like, I love exploring the world. Like, that is obviously such a privilege that I have, that I can just go to different places and I'll literally never stop traveling. But Vietnam, I don't think is for me. Like, the place itself, I had a great time in certain places. We did a 3-day motorbike tour around the whole of like the north of the country called the Ha Giang Loop. And it is like, if anyone goes to Vietnam ever, it will be the number one thing that I recommend. Like, I would literally tell people purely to go to Vietnam to do that motorbike tour around the north, because I think it's like the most beautiful scenery that I've ever seen in my life. So highly recommend that. And it was so fucking fun just being sat on the back of a motorbike for 3 days, getting driven around all these amazing places. And they were like obviously the least touristy places ever because you're in the mountains. So that was great. Loved every second of that. If we could have basically just gone to Vietnam to do that and then maybe like chilled in one other place for a while and then come home, I probably would have done that, to be honest. And I
Should have
mean no
come to
dis-
Thailand.
It's just, I don't think it's my place. It was very touristy, in my opinion, in a lot of the different areas. And like, not gonna lie, that I don't really love humans that much. So when there's like a big amount of humans all in the same place, it's not my favorite.
Yeah, public spaces, I can't do it. I hate cities. I can't do it. It's not for me. It just
Mm,
feels stressful and chaotic and people in your bubble. And it's not a
yeah.
them thing. It's a purely a me thing
Yeah.
of like, just get out of my space.
Just go
I
away.
can't do it. Just go away.
Yeah, I really love to go traveling to like experience the other countries' like culture, right? And to see other places and how other people live and like the beautiful scenery and the architecture from different places. But I just feel like that almost gets ruined when the place is too touristy, because
Yeah.
when the place then tries to make their country or their city or their towns more Western, that's not what I want to go and see. Like,
Why would I
I'm not
leave my
there.
country?
Yeah, like there
Yeah.
was one of the, I would say, the prettiest places that we visited is called Hoi An, and the town itself is gorgeous. Like the architecture is amazing. There's beautiful like flowers and trees everywhere. And then at night it becomes like a complete tourist trap. And there's like whole one side of the river, which is like bars and pubs for other countries. Like there was an Australian pub, there was an Irish bar, and there's just like big flashy lights. Like it looked like a like mega strip. And I was like, this place is so gorgeous. But then because it's so touristy and they've made parts of it so westernized, obviously to bring more money in, which helps them to thrive, but just for some like visiting there, like I loved it during the day and I loved the vibe of the Vietnamese town. But then as soon as it became like westernized or too touristy, I was like, I'm out, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, that's literally, I reckon well, it's like Thailand as well, where they have the massive streets of, you can tell there's just strippers or prostitutes or whatever, and they have all the different pubs, and it is to bring money because I did some research. They bring their money in from, there was one other thing, but also like sex trading or like sex whatever, and they send money back to like their families, and that's how they survive. So like whether it be a daughter or like the mom or whatever goes off and goes into these big cities, and they pay for their whole family's life essentially back home. So that's how they make a lot of money. And
That's
then
crazy.
obviously like, yeah, to other tourist stuff. I can't remember what the other thing is, but they were like the two biggest things of why they make so much money. And it is tourists. So they do need like the nightlife, which saves them. But you drive past, and it's kind of low season right now. You drive past, there's like probably 10 to 15 girls in some of the clubs, I don't know what you call it, with like the bars and the strip poles and whatever else, and they're all just sitting there like on their phones and like dressed up, and no one is there. But like, I understand from their perspective, you'd be so like, I'm here because I have to be. It's not like this is enjoyment, like any sort of industry like that. So yeah, it's a completely different side of the world that just is so different.
Yeah, it is crazy. But no, I obviously had a great time, and there was so many different aspects that were so good. And like I loved the smaller towns that we went to. I loved being in the mountains and being like on the nature side. But it was just as soon as we went anywhere that was like touristy, I was like, no, it's not for me. And as you said, it's like a complete me problem. Like there's so many other people that I know that were like obsessed with Vietnam. But I think it's a really kind of like fun part of traveling as well, as you go to explore and experience different places, and you kind of learn more about yourself as well. Me and my partner both had a conversation when we got back, and we were like, we actually want to just like have holidays in the next couple of years which are like a little bit more bougie, because we're like, we've done the backpacker thing, right? We've both backpacked around multiple different countries, and we're almost at a phase in our life now that we kind of want a little bit more calm, a little bit more peace, a little bit more bougie experiences, because like we can afford that now, and we're at a phase in our life where that's possible for us. But we've never really experienced that side of traveling too. It's all just been like a lot of backpackering, and we're like, okay, maybe we're done with that now.
Yeah, I feel
Over
like,
that kind of travel.
yeah. Did you ever think of your parents when they were always like so picky about certain things, and you're like, why are you so like, don't be so annoying, just go with the flow? And now I'm like, my God, I'm becoming my parents. I know what I like. I'm very adamant on not doing what I
Yeah.
don't like. I've become my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah. No, 100%. The other amazing thing that I did in Vietnam though was got new tattoos. So good. The
I
cheapest
haven't
thing
even, you have to show
ever.
me.
Oh, I haven't? Wait, let's see if I
No,
can show
I've
you
seen
without like
photos, but
completely flashing myself. So I got my
wow,
big
the
dragon
detail.
tattoo, um, which I
That
still
is
haven't named her,
stunning.
but I
Oh,
love
do you
her.
name all your tattoos?
All my like animal-y ones. I've got a snake, and I've got a tiger, and now I've got the dragon. So
Yeah.
I need to name her, but she needs a cool name because she's sick. But yeah, I got her, and then I got a hand tattoo as well, which says no rain. Oh, you can't even see it. Which says no rain, no flowers with little butterflies, and they were great.
I want to get the matching.
I would honestly recommendation for people to travel to Vietnam. Go do the 3-day or 4-day motorbike tour around Ha Jong Loop. Get some tattoos because they are ridiculously cheap, and then fly home.
I like that. The reason, and we've spoken about this like off camera, whatever. But the reason for like Vietnam people not loving, like, they obviously they benefit from tourists, but they don't love or help in the same way as like Thailand. Like, they go above and beyond, they look after you like more so than ever. You book an Airbnb, they'll organize and pick you up, they'll ask for your like plane number, everything like that, grab your transport, get you there, make sure that you're all good, ask if you need extra towels, extra this, extra that, and check up on you. Whereas when we book apartments or Airbnbs in like Australia, you fend for yourself. You literally can't book in early, or they'll charge you a fee for every hour you book in earlier or check in earlier, and every hour you check in later. And you don't hear from them unless like you message them and there's a problem or whatever. And I just feel like it's so different. Like, the culture, they just love people and looking after people, and they want to communicate with you, and they don't get mad at you if you don't know their language, which I'm trying to learn like a little bit, but they appreciate even the smallest bits, and they'll grab out their phone and try and figure it out with you. But I know you mentioned, Shev, they'll literally just like ignore you in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah. When we did the Ha Giang Loop, everyone that we met, we found so friendly. And I think it was because it's like not as touristy. It was like the actual locals. And there was obviously some people, specifically when we like stayed in really nice hotels and stuff, that they were super friendly. But the majority of people that we met were so unhelpful and so unfriendly. And that was one thing that I wasn't expecting, because the other countries, as you said, like that I've been to in Southeast Asia, like even like Bali, I think the Indonesian people are so friendly. Like, they go above and beyond for you. So I was kind of thinking that Vietnam would be the same vibe, but we just didn't have that experience. Like, we were trying to, like, every time we would get in like a taxi, we'd say hi to them and thank you to them in Vietnamese, and they just like completely blank you. Like, they don't say anything back, and we were like, okay, sorry, we'll go.
Yeah.
But we just found them really unhelpful. Like, we'd be trying to talk to them or trying to make conversation or try and be friendly to them, or even sometimes, obviously, like it's difficult when you're in a foreign country and you're trying to figure out where to go or where things are, or you might need to ask for help. And we just found people were just like so blank, like not willing to even like try and help, which then just made the trip a little bit more stressful, because we were like, we're in this country and no one will help us. We just need to stay in our hotel room because we can't figure anything out.
I feel like it's that is like, the culture shock is actually crazy. Like, living in Thailand now for I think almost 6 months, I'm really ready to leave. And the only reason, and I think a lot of people would love it and live here long term, is because we don't have a massive group of friends. Like, we have a couple of friends, and also it's low season. Like, everything you do in Thailand, you go outside. It's like sunshine, like you walk around. It's not really a great time. You're stuck inside if it's raining. You can't even walk to get a massage. Like, it's torrential rain. It's not really that nice. But also, like, just walking around, I love Thai people, but being a foreigner in another country, you just don't feel like you belong in any way. So it doesn't feel like home. And it is so chill. It is just like too chill, to the point that I feel unmotivated to do certain things. And yeah, I'm very ready to go and surround myself with like the hustler mentality, like the people that are working hard and pushing hard, because I love doing that and I want to do that. And I also feel like it's insane how much human connection and sunshine will make or break your mood. Like, I know I'm not depressed, but I get signs of that right now. And that is just not me. That's just not who I am. But it's like lack of vitamin D, which a lot of people lack in their lives, as we know, which is why it's a supplement you need to take, or ideally get sunshine. But then the other thing is human connection. Like, even just chatting to Shev, like for the first time officially, we had like an hour, 2 hour yap a couple of days ago, and I already felt 100 times better, because chatting with someone who gets you, who understands you, and just like those conversations where you do get ideas and you feel productive, like that just stimulates me so much. So I know all these things, but really knowing and feeling it and experiencing it firsthand, how much it's actually affected my mental health and even my energy. I feel tired all the time because I'm not stimulated by those conversations and just like human connection with people. My pretty much one friend in Thailand had to go back home for like 6 weeks, and I haven't seen her still, and I'm currently stuck in Bangkok. The reason why I'm here is because
tell
I
us your
lost
chaos.
my God, it's been a roller coaster ride. I lost my US passport, and we want to go there at the end of the year. And I'm a dual citizen. My parents had my sister and I over there when we were young. I'm not American, clearly, but I was born there, raised in Australia. And I want to go over there, see if it's like a place I'd love to like experience and live instead of, Thailand, or like I'm just traveling around because why not? And then I booked my appointment. We flew to Bangkok, and then I'm reading through the documents on Sunday night. My appointment's on Tuesday, and I'm meant to have my physical, not photocopy, but like physical, real birth certificate and extracts and all these things. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not going to get here in time. And it's with my partner's parents. I called her and she like express shipped it first thing on Monday, but they said 5 days. So I extended my appointment to Thursday instead of Tuesday. It says it's here and I still haven't received it, and it's Friday. I've rebooked my appointment for Tuesday, and Kyle's flying back to Phuket and I'm staying here, which I'm excited for, just like to have, my own time, my own space. We do everything together and God love him so much. But at the same time, it's so nice just to be in your own presence and remember that you've got yourself. And I think it's just like a self-confidence thing as well. And I just really enjoy my own time. So as much as it's crazy, it's all going to work out. But I also only just got this US passport after 24 years last year. So it's less than a year. And then prior to that, I think 2 years ago, I went to go on my solo trip to Japan, and same thing happened. Couldn't find my passport anywhere. I got my passport express shipped. My friend called everyone to try and do something, not through Australia Post or DHL. It was like through a specific company that literally one person grabs it and takes it to you. It arrived 2 p.m. on Friday, and I flew out on Sunday early morning. I've had like the craziest stories about passports. It's just like a curse, but at the same time, like this sort of stuff used to freak me out. I'd be so stressed. I'd be like really frustrated and anxious, and I couldn't do anything else. But I'm now at a point
Wait, you
where...
didn't even tell the best part of that story.
Wait, what is the best part of the story?
The fact that you missed 2 flights to join.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, okay. So on our way to Bangkok, we got there on time, all good, everything's okay. Forgot the one thing, our passports. So we wouldn't make it with enough time. So we went home, collected our passports. We're like, oh, we'll sit down, we'll do a little bit of work, and then we'll leave. And the traffic was so bad, we missed our second flight. So we were like, we'll just stay in the airport and like wait around and get on the next flight. But now they can't split passengers. So Kyle's flying back with Ghost Bre, and I've had to rebook a whole nother flight because they wouldn't split us and book us separately. Oh, it's just been wild. And thank God it's Thailand and it's just like a 1 hour flight. Otherwise, like my poor bank account, even still my poor bank account. But the good thing is, I don't know if this is like the universe looking after me, but our aircon here, my laptop would be sitting here. But for some reason it was out on charge on the dining room table, and it starts dripping and there's this like massive puddle here. So thank God my laptop wasn't there and broken. But they were like, we're going to refund you 30%. Like, just because that we didn't ask, they just like, we'll get a handyman and refund you 30% just because. And that covers my flights and my Airbnb to stay. Not the other missed flights, but, that's on us. But, oh my God, it's just been one thing after the other. And I do believe, like, when it rains, it pours. But at the same time, this stuff would have driven me crazy and I would have just been like a nervous wreck. But now it's just like, I feel like the more you travel, the more you do things, you're like, it's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world. If you stress over it, you're actually just going to look back at this memory and not laugh, where I can laugh right now. And at the same time, life's just going to be chaotic no matter what. And there's worse situations out there going on. But, I'm laughing about it now. It's ridiculous.
I actually don't know if I've known anyone to ever miss 2 flights.
Neither.
Like,
what a dumb
I feel
thing.
like one is like doable, right? There's so many people that miss 1 flight.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can go wrong that are like out of your hands. But like to then miss your second flight, like the universe was just really not on your side that day.
I just think we just are
really
stupid. And just, I would rather work than like catch a flight. Like, let's just keep working. Oh, fuck, look at the time. Oh, God. But anyways, that's my chaos. But also, we are going to Dubai in a few months' time. just before the She Thrives retreat, which we are so excited for. Oh, there's actually so many exciting things happening, which is why I feel like you can't get down when shit happens. Shit is going to happen regardless. But yeah, all three of us, so our new coach Kat, Shev, and myself are all going to be at the retreat, and I am so freaking pumped. We've been planning it, and I feel like the planning part gets like super exciting, but we are going to do a in-person podcast, or ideally a few, whilst Shev is over in Thailand, and it's going to be so epic. I'm very, very keen. So many cool things happening.
I'm so excited to yap with you, like, in real life. Like, I'm just going to hold your hand the entire time that we're filming, just as I can.
I feel like I'm going to feel awkward. Like you're a real human body.
I'm going to make you feel nervous because I'm sat right there.
I feel like maybe a little bit. Like the first time I'll be like, oh, I'm like staring into your eyes.
I don't know how to do this anymore.
Yeah, because like I can stare at myself and I can stare at you, and then it doesn't get the long, awkward, weird eye contact. But when we're in the, I'm just going to be like talking.
That's so true. We're literally just going to be like death staring at each other from across the table.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
It is, but no, I'm so excited to film in like a actual studio or something too.
It'd be so cool, I reckon.
Like we're just gonna level up the podcast this year and next year. We were even speaking about creating our first community event for the podcast too, which I think would be so much fun, so that we could also just film a podcast in real life, but with kind of like an audience as well. Actually have some girlies come along and listen to us yap in real life. That'd be so much fun. I'm
so
very
cool.
excited. I feel like one great thing about going on holiday is it often makes you really appreciate what you do have back at home. Well, hopefully that does it. It did that for me for sure. I actually was like so happy to just get back. I missed my puppy so much. I honestly think that I'm also just now at a point that I can't leave my puppy for longer than like 2 weeks because he's my actual child. So it just feels like too much. I missed him so much. But I was also just so excited to come back and like, go to the gym, and I was so excited to eat home cooked food and just be in my space and have my Zoom checking calls with the girls. There was just something about coming back and being like, oh, I'm in my own space again. It's really nice.
Routine is the best. I think it's like anything. You have a break, like I'm saying, like I have a break from Kyle. I'm going to miss him so much. But it's like having a break is so healthy in every aspect of your life. From people, from friends, from everything you do. Even the podcast, we both realized, wow, this is something we genuinely love doing so much. And doing something too much all the time, you just lose, what is it? It's just like the exposure therapy. You just kind of get used to it and it is just what it is. But like then, having breaks every now and again is just so refreshing and you do appreciate it. There is that thing that you can do. I don't know where I heard it, but basically what you do is if you feel like you are ungrateful for something or taking something for granted, you literally make your life difficult and remove certain things from your life to make sure you reappreciate it. For example, like as simple as a car or as simple as, a fridge or a microwave. You remove certain things to make yourself appreciate things again. If you feel like you're just ungrateful and you're living your life like, oh, this again. Oh, this again. It's like we have a roof over our head. We can cook our own food. Like we have friends. And sometimes you do just take things for granted. So it's nice to have a break. And I think that's why holidays are great, because it takes you away. You enjoy it. Be like, thank fuck, I'm back. But you wouldn't feel that if you didn't go in the first place.
It also makes me more appreciative of the life that I've built for myself as well, because I also do know that there's so many people out there that don't feel that way. There's so many people that feel like they need holidays to almost get away from their everyday life. And I've always been someone that the most important thing for me was to build a life that I didn't need a holiday from. I always feel like if you need a holiday from your everyday life, you're doing something wrong and you need to change something, because we shouldn't just be like, what's that saying? Most people like work to...
live to work and work to live. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like we should be living a life to no, I was about to say the dumbest thing ever.
I know what you're saying though.
I was about to say I feel like we should be living a life to live our life. Yeah, good one. Great.
That's a really good one. We should put that in a philosophical book.
Live your life to live your life. Thank you.
For the girls who dare to live their life to live their life.
Exactly.
I have a different perspective on that though, but I agree. Absolutely agree. Because yeah, I do remember the days where you're just like, oh, give me a holiday. I never want to go back 100%. And you're so right. Like building a life that you actually genuinely love and want to come back to and appreciate it so much. But also, for me now, traveling, this is something we've spoken about before. It's like I get to travel, I get to work from anywhere in the world, which is so many people's dreams. And I am so grateful to be able to do it. But at the same time, I've also seen other people go on holidays and they can completely switch off in every aspect. Whereas I'm constantly working, and so many people are like, oh, you get to live in Thailand. It's like, yeah, but I'm majority of the time, I would say 85% of the time, I'm inside on my laptop, working. And then I'm tired at the end of the week and I don't want to do all these crazy exploring things. Whereas the break that a lot of people get from like completely just switching off is insane. I do miss that sometimes, but at the same time, I think setting my boundaries with when I'm working and switching off completely has helped significantly, but I wouldn't change it for the world because we get to change so many people's lives and I do get to travel and see the world. But I also think it's a different perspective because I am now craving having a home and being somewhere where I feel like I belong with people around me and, friends. I think this whole thing of traveling has really helped me understand what I truly do appreciate. And it is like I know it's like safe and comfortable, but it's a place that you can build and grow from, which is why we settled in Thailand originally, because we were like, I'm sick of moving around. I don't feel like I have the capacity to grow my business or to expand my mind or do things like the podcast. It wouldn't have been possible if I was still traveling. I would have tried. But at the same time, it's also...
we would have made it work.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm like, Shev is so exciting. Looking at moving into a house instead of an apartment. I hope you don't mind me sharing your news.
No, go for it. Share my news.
But I'm like, oh, that sounds like so beautiful. And I'm like, okay, I know what I'm craving now. And I'm getting to a point where I want to go on holidays. I'll still be working for a couple of weeks at a time, but I want to find home. I want to create a space where I do have beautiful people around me because I did not realize how much I love people around me. And I've always been someone that's just kind of pushed people away, not intentionally, but like just kind of like head down, ass up, just continue working. But now I realize the importance of humans, and humans really are everything and why life is so beautiful. Without people to share it with and without people to connect with, life is nothing. I wholeheartedly believe that. So now I'm in a position where I'm like, I know what I want, and it's taking me, all these years and traveling experiences to figure out who I am, what I love, what I value. And now I can start to create that life and build it from there. So I think it's such a beautiful thing, but it's a completely different kind of perspective as well.
100%. And you're so right as well. I think, as you said, we were having this conversation the other day about how, especially what it is perceived online when you work for yourself, when you have your own business, when you don't have that typical 9-to-5 job, there is this massive perception. What's the word? What does conception?
I'm about to say contraception. That is so far from it.
No, that's definitely not it.
Is it
perception. Perception. There's this massive perception that it just means all the time we have more freedom, and that couldn't be further from the truth, in my opinion. I think, yes, there's to a certain extent working for yourself, having your own business, not working that typical 9-to-5 kind of lifestyle. It gives you more freedom in the aspect of you can go and live in different places. You can relocate to other places easier because we're not tied down to one place specifically. But then when it comes to kind of like the freedom aspect of people thinking that because we have our own business or we work online, that we only work a couple of hours a week and then the rest is free time. I think that is one of the biggest misconceptions that people have. I would say that working a normal 9-to-5 almost gives you more freedom in most aspects of your life. Like me and Brie don't switch off. Like we just don't. There's always something that can be done. There's always work. There's always client messages, client programming, new social media ads, podcasts that we could be filming. There's always something that can be done when you work for yourself. Whereas when you have a 9-to-5, just like you said, especially when you go on holiday, you clock off and you don't clock back on until you come back home from holiday. It's kind of like quite impossible for us to do that. Even for my trip to Vietnam, like my partner signed off from his job for the entire 3 weeks, did not have to think about it. He didn't even bring his work laptop or any laptop with him, and he just got to switch off for the entire time. I had to manage my work whilst also being on holiday. I still had all my clients to make sure I was getting their check-ins done and that I was speaking to them and that I was doing their programming. So I think it is one of those really huge misconceptions that just because you work for yourself or you work online is you just naturally have all of the time in the world or a whole heap of freedom all of the time. And again, as you said, I wouldn't change it for the world. We've built our lives this way because this is what we love to do. But I do think it's funny sometimes how online it's very much perceived as if you have your own business, it just means that you only work a couple hours and you've got all this freedom, where I feel like it's complete opposite.
Yeah, 100%. And something that in the last few weeks, which has been a good time for us to kind of switch off, I've had some shit go down with my, it sounds really bad, some shit go down with my hormones because of just like the stress, the pushing, the go, go, go. And what I come to reflect on is that I would much rather slow things down and not go so fast and have love and joy within that process rather than just pushing hard and getting to a point where you just resent it, you hate it, you're burnt out, it's affecting your health, your mental health, like everyone and everything around you. Again, it's one of those things that I had to go through in order to reflect and be like, this is not how I want to live my life. How do I actually want to live my life? And that for me has been, it's happened so many times in my working career of working for myself, because you do put so much pressure on yourself to make it work. But at the same time, I think now I'm more calm, I'm more grounded, because I'm like, hey, I actually want to enjoy this process. I want to do it with people that you also enjoy the process and share that passion. And it's so much more enjoyable because I built some massive, crazy empire, but I have no one around me and I'm stressed to the max and my health is just declined significantly. What is the point of that? I don't want to look back and be like, all I did was work and that's it. Of course, I want to look back and be like, holy fuck, look at what I built and what we've built. But I also want to be like, look at also the memories that we've created in that. And that is something that I've really had to learn. And my hormones are starting to rebalance now by changing the lifestyle factors. But it was also something that I wanted to express in the way that it's just like fat loss. You know, how people like try and do it hard and fast and, the extreme dieting and everything like that, which we've all tried. It's the exact same. If you continue to do it that way and you never learn how to integrate it into your lifestyle, then you'll never actually be able to sustain it long term. So for me, that's how I kind of related it and explained it to myself logistically, where I had to actually understand it and go, if you keep living your life this way and you don't change your lifestyle, then you're going to keep ending up in this position where your hormones, your mental health is going to be affected. So how can you change things and shift things in your life to make you actually enjoy it, but still grow, but still be able to work it, 80%, 90%, 100% instead of 150% and then going back to 40% at some time. So I think it kind of also relates, like hard and fast is not always the best way. It's doing it in a way that's sustainable. It does take a little bit more time, but how much better it is for everything, everyone, your body, your mind, your soul, everything. So that's my little lesson, I guess, I brought into this today.
Yeah. Basically what we're saying is work hard, but do it from a regulated state rather than a chaotic state.
Yeah. You sum that up really,
Give
really
yourself
well.
some peace. Give yourself some time and patience to achieve the things that you want to achieve. They don't have to be done as fast as possible if it means that you're not going to enjoy the process in getting there. And like, that's literally the entire point, right? What is actually the point of life if you're not going to enjoy it along the way? Let's wrap it up. Thank you for listening. If you're still here at the end of this, thank you so much. It's literally been 40 minutes of us talking about our life. So we hope that you enjoy the update. We've had a great time. We're so happy to be back. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.